Alright guys, let's get to it. Got my battery tray installed so I can put my battery on, so I can hold the battery into a safe place right there that I can actually do my wiring. I ran some positive wires all the way to my fusible link, factory fusible link setup over here, okay? And this right here is what's going to power your turn signals, your headlights, your brake lights, your dash lights, and your fuse panel going inside of the engine, okay? You get power from this, from the battery to here, okay? And you're gonna have some gauges, like gauge lights. Not everything's gonna work. Not everything's gonna work because part of the computer runs a lot of the gauges inside, your speedometer and all that good stuff. I'm gonna put that to the test. Oil pressure sending switch, also a lot of things. The fuel pump is also run by the computer. So I wired everything direct. Okay, so because I wired everything direct, now is the moment of truth. Now I was able to find switched power, and what do I got here? I'm gonna give it a shot, and we're gonna find out together if my stuff worked or not. So here we go. So my battery's all hooked up, okay? I have ground. Okay, beautiful. I just heard a lot of stuff. Even my radio works. Look at that. Awesome. Okay. Probably internal. It's probably the heater stuff, heater motors and all that stuff. All right, so I got myself one of these eBay switches, eBay control panel. And if I did everything right, I got light. Okay. Excuse the noises. What you hear there is the heater motor controls that are still in there. I have not gutted the living daylights out of this thing. As you see, I got my computer down at the bottom right there. And if I did everything right, this is fuel pump and this one's ignition. And they both needed to be switched or fused. So I ran power from the heater control. This bad boy right here. Just took that out. Sorry about the knob, it fell right out. But I went into the back and I figured out which wires were positive. So I come to find out with a test light, both of these brown wires that powered the heating control panel are switched power, okay? That's why I was able to get that. So if this whole panel does not work, I go to my fuses and go to my heater control panel fuses, because that's what I tapped into. So now I gotta turn this on. Should be the fuel pump, and that should be ignition, okay? And of course, my start button. My key ignition is in on position, but this is what should start it. So if it all works, we should hear something. Here we go. Uh-oh, almost. Ooh, come on. I know you want to start. She wants to start. Come on. All right. I'm going to figure out as to what's going on. So I'm going to get back to you guys, use a test light, and do now some troubleshooting. Alright guys, so took the computer out of the pickup truck and I got it all hooked up to my computer, and instead of messing with it, all I did was I saved the original file. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run just the VATS delete. That's it. That's all I did. Just VATS delete, leave everything else on, and we're going to go from there. So here we go. Then I'm going to take it to the vehicle, plug it in, see if it'll run. Just stock. All I wanted is to run. Because on the other program I was able to just mess with a couple things and I probably screwed something up. I'm not new to tuning. I am new to tuning, so I don't know much. So hopefully this will work. because I bought myself my HP tuners. Let me show you what I bought. I ended up getting the MPVI 2. And that's this little doohickey right here. It's like a USB, Bluetooth, and everything. But let's see where we're at. It's just gotta say complete. Once it says complete, then we're good. Oh, completed. Hold on, let me go back up. Alright, it says completed. So I'm gonna go back to the vehicle. Right, complete. There you go. Done. I'm just gonna close this thing out, because I got a feeling it's the computer. I did a little research, and I have a problem with my fuel pump cutting out, and the computer controls the fuel pump. So my relay always cut out and it wouldn't stay running. So here we go. On my way. Hey, Ma, go ahead. Yep. Yep, go ahead. All right, people, she starts. All right, guys, so here's the deal. Now I just found out that doing a little research, I found out that the computer needs to have a signal. The computer needs to have a signal for the fuel pump to work. Okay, I had to turn around. It's like, woo, I got dark on it. So the computer needs to see a signal. Okay, and the computer needs to see a signal so that it can keep the fuel pump running. Okay, so if it doesn't see a signal, like a crank signal or something, and I had the mass airflow sensor unplugged. The reason why it was unplugged is because I didn't have the right mass airflow sensor. The mass airflow sensor that I had is from a truck, 5.3 truck, but the harness that I have, that I bought, that's brand new, it's from a 98 to 2002 LS1, meaning Camaro, anything that's got a three-prong plug. The one from the truck that I have is basically a 5-prong. So and it's not, I just left it unplugged. So if it didn't read a signal from the mass airflow sensor, it wouldn't know how much fuel to give, so it just kind of cuts out the fuel pump. And that's what I noticed when I was doing the troubleshooting. I did the startup and it didn't see a signal. Because it didn't see a signal, then my fuel pump I saw the relay click out, just click after a few seconds, and it shut off. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna buy a fuel pressure gauge, find out if I have at least 50 something. It don't need to be 58 because it's not standard. Mine is it's got a fuel regulator at the right at the rails. So I found out that it's not necessarily 58. It's just for other ones that don't have the fuel pressure regulator, that they have it in the tank. Our newer vehicles, the computer controls that, but it controls the fuel pump. So that was my problem. So the fuel pump would only engage when I hit the start button, and then it would disengage a second or two as soon as I let off the start button. I'm like, okay, what's going on with this thing over here? So I started rewiring different things here and there. I put the fuel pump direct, but it still took the signal off the computer. So if I were to go directly to it, it's just gonna pump fuel and just gonna keep going, but it needs to read how much fuel it's gonna put in. If not, it's just gonna dump fuel. And then like you saw me with a little spray bottle, a little spray can, got a little backfire. We don't want that. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's going on. Tomorrow's gonna be more in depth. As you can see, the sun's going away. I ran out of daylight, started early in the morning, and most of my time was troubleshooting, figuring it out, looking up, doing research, plugging up a few sensors here and there, but I couldn't do much because I didn't have the mass airflow sensor. So tomorrow, either I get one from a salvage yard or buy a brand new one. So it depends where I'm at. I don't want to spend too much money, but if I have to, I will. And if I found a good deal on the internet, but the problem with the internet is I gotta wait a couple days, and I'm one of those. I want to get it done. But at least she made the effort that she'll start. And it was loud. The kids in the neighborhood they were like, they're like, that's loud, whatever, So I had fun. I'm happy that at least it made the effort, so I know it's gonna start. It's gonna start. All right, guys. We'll see ya. Thanks again. By the way, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Keep it coming, because I've seen all these subscribers coming up out of nowhere. So whatever I'm doing, I guess it must be working. So I appreciate that, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you again, Carlos.